What's up and welcome back to my channel. Now on today's video we are doing a tutorial and I am going to be sharing some of the super cool updates that you can now do when it comes to Facebook stories. So if you want to know what those updates are and how to use them, then stick around. Now, just in case you are totally new to me and my channel, what's up? I'm Sherri Brown. I'm the creator of the Moms Marketing Lounge, and it's my passion to really help busy moms on a mission who are looking to build a business and get it right the first time. And on this channel, I do everything from product reviews and tutorials, just like you're gonna see now, as well as actual social media and marketing strategies that you can implement to go further faster when building your business online. So again, if you're new here and this kind of seems like it's up your alley, then consider subscribing. Just make sure that you hit the bell so you get notified as I upload new videos each and every week. Now, before I actually hop in and start showing you what these super cool updates are when it comes to Facebook stories, I just want to kind of forewarn you and have you keep a few things in mind, okay? Because every single time I upload any type of Facebook tutorial, and I upload quite a few, and I'll link some more above and below in the description if you want to check some more of those out. But anytime that I upload a video, I get comments like, this ain't working. They throw a little baby tantrum and then give this video a thumbs down, okay? Not cool, kind of a dick move. So with that being said, I'm gonna share a couple of things again that I want you to keep in mind. Number one, I use an iPhone, okay? So depending on what type of phone you use, what model of phone you use, you may not, like your screen may look a little bit different, okay? If you're on Android, Facebook Stories is gonna look a little bit different, so you might have to just kind of like look around and play around with it. Now, the second thing that I want you to know is that Facebook rolls out different features at different times for different people. Again, this depends on what part of the world you live in, what type of phone that you have. Is your software up to date? So that's number two. Number three, Facebook sometimes just likes to be an Indian giver. So I may show you a super cool feature and you start using it, and then you may log in the next day and the crap's gone. So yeah, sometimes again, Facebook likes to be an Indian giver. They'll give you something and then they will take it right back away. I know, not cool, but it happens. Now, the fourth thing that I want you to keep in mind is depending on where you are accessing Facebook stories is really going to depend on what features you have available and what features you don't, okay? So if you are adding stories inside of the Facebook Messenger app, you will probably not have near as many features as if you actually go into the Facebook app itself, okay? And I'm gonna show you what this looks like, but again, just wanted you to keep those four things in mind. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop right into the tutorial. So as you can see, I've got my phone screen over here. And one thing that I did want to kind of share with you in case you are using Facebook stories or stories in general, but on Facebook, one thing that I don't think a lot of people realize is you can make it to where whenever you post something to your story that it's actually archived. And what that means is that it saves, okay? It saves to your phone where nobody else can see them after 24 hours, but you actually can. And so a lot of the times, and I'll show you where to go. So if you are I'm in the Facebook app itself, I'm on just my profile. So what I'm going to do right here is I am just going to click on these three little dots right here, and I'm going to go to Story Archive, okay? So Story Archive, again, if I wanted to sit here and promote this little Facebook guide, okay? So it is a free download that I created that people can opt into, and inside of it, I talk about the first 2 steps to marketing. I talk about, the 2 different ways to grow your business online. And I also talk about 9 different things you can do to make sure that your Facebook profile is really set up to attract people right off the bat versus repel them, okay? I was like the queen of repellent marketing for a long time, so I definitely know what not to do if you are looking to grow your audience and actually create a profitable business. And so instead of me going back in and recreating this story over and over, what I can do if I archive it is I can just simply click right here on this with my thumb. I can bring it up, and then I can just go right down here where it says share, click share, then I'm going to click next. and it just automatically shares it back to my story, saving me time, okay? So that's why I like having this turned on. So all you have to do to make sure that when you're posting to your stories that it's turned on and everything you do is saved, all you're gonna do, click these three little dots at the top, and then you are going to go to settings. I know a little bit of a process, and then just make sure that this is turned on, okay? As you can see, mine is turned on. So I'm going to now go back. I'm going to get out of here. And I'm just going to go to my regular news feed, okay? This is just my regular news feed. And the first thing we're going to do is, like I said, all of this I'm accessing from the Facebook app. Because if I go out of here and I go into Messenger and I click to add my story right here, you do not get near as many features, okay? So I'm going to exit out and I'm going to go back into the Facebook app. Now, once you're inside of the Facebook app, you can do this two different ways. You can just go right here, click on your story, and then go down here and click add. Or what you can do is just go right here where your face is and click the big plus sign, okay? So I can go here. Now, if I go here, I am just going to click this, and this is a cool little feature that I noticed too, okay? Now, I know there's kind of like double me. There's double me on my phone right over here, and then there's double me right here. But right here you see where it says no filter, okay? So if I wanted to, I could just click this with my finger, with my thumb, and it changes. I'm kind of digging the warm. So you can actually add filters now, which is super, super cool. So you've got warm. If I click it again, it goes to glow, which I'm not really seeing too much of a glow. Maybe you do, I don't know. Then there's cool, and then back to no filter, which again, I'm kind of digging the warm look. Kind of makes my face look a little flawless, okay? So that is the first thing that I think is really cool, that you've got some filters. So what I'm gonna do is down here at the bottom, you've got a couple of different options. If I'm just using my finger right now to just go back and forth, but you can do a boomerang. Those are those short little clips. So if I wanted to, you know, so it's like short little clips. I'm just gonna go back. That was kind of weird. Let me, but you can add boomerangs. You can, again, right here, you can start a live video. So that's something a little new. And over here at the bottom, you can just record a video. That's not really anything new. And then music. Now, music is something you can actually add music. This is something totally new. If you just click this little search music, you can search by artist. So that's something totally new as well. Okay, so let me kind of let me go out of here, and what I'm going to do is I am just going to go and I am going to click right over here to access my pictures. Okay, so this is something that's pretty cool. So if I just click a picture, okay, one thing that's super cool now is before, whenever you uploaded a picture, like it was just there, okay? Now, if you take your two fingers, like right here, and I can pinch, I can make it bigger, I can make it smaller, I can kind of move it around. So this is kind of cool. So let's just say, you know, that is a new feature. And I'll do this a lot. I will use this pinch and zoom feature a lot whenever I'm doing like YouTube videos and I'm wanting to promote it in my Facebook stories, and I'll continue promoting it like all week long. And so I'll use this pinch to zoom feature so I can add like different overlays and stuff like that. Now, another thing is right here, if you look down here, it says apply selfie effects. So if I just tap that with my thumb, you can see how like my face looks pretty freaking flawless, I'm just gonna say. And if you go back, so you can see how it kind of adds. Now I can see it quite a bit, not sure if you can. So I'm just going to kind of pinch, and let's say I'm just gonna kind of zoom it right there. Now, what else you can do is you can start overlaying. So if you click this little face right here, what you can do is you can even go and you can add other pictures. So if I click right here with my thumb, I can, let's say, click this picture, and if you tap it, you can change the style to where it's like a circle or a triangle or a heart. So I'm just going to do this, and let's just say this is like, you know, a before and after, because I literally just recently got my hair cut. So yeah, you can like overlay multiple pictures. If I wanted to come back here, I could add like different effects and things like that. And so I'm just, you know, clicking down here on these. So if I wanted to add like different hearts and things like that, I could. Oops, I just clicked this. Okay, so we'll just do that. And again, I can pinch and zoom this and kind of move it all around as well. So that is a super cool update that I really like, because I do layer just to kind of give my stories to where it's not just the same old, same old. I like to give it kind of like a variety. Now, this feature is also available as well if like on videos, okay? So let's say I'm just gonna discard this. I just click this back arrow. I'm gonna click discard. And let's say that I wanted to upload a video, okay? So I'm just gonna go here. This is one that I already created. This was a Facebook story that I recently did, but even with videos, you can pinch and zoom on the videos too and add some different effects there as well. So I am just gonna go back. I'm going to discard, and this is something else. You can now tag people in your stories, which is kind of cool. So let's take, for example, I have this picture. I wanted to go back. I'm gonna click up here, and I'm gonna tag my hairstylist, the one who cut my hair. So I'm gonna take, this is a before picture right here. I'll just kind of make it a circle, and I'll just kind of like move it over here. If you click the A up at the top, this allows you to type. So I could say like before, and then right here is where I can change the color of, you know, the text. If I wanted to do that, if I click right here, it's going to put like a little background. Right here is where you can change, you know, the font. So I can move this up here with my thumb, and I could say before, and then I could go up here and I could say after, and I'll make it the same, just a different color. And then let's just, if I go up here, this is where you go to tag. You click right on here on the face, and then you are going to click right here where it says tag, okay? So if I tag, I can sit here and then type in who I'm with. So the person who did my hair was Brandy, and I could tap this to change the style. And so I could just like, you know, move this around, and then I could just say, let's add, I'm going to click up here, and I'm going to add a GIF right here. So let me find one that says thanks. Whoops, if I can spell it. So I could just, I just need to pick one. I'll click, I'll do this one. So I'll click here, whoops, and I'm just gonna move this around. So you can see how you can totally like layer. Now, one thing that you can also do, so take for instance, because this is only gonna show up as 4 seconds long. So somebody would have to read all this in like 4 seconds. So what I could also do is, let's say, I just have before and after. Then a lot of the times what I'll do is I'll click save down here. So I'll save it to my phone. And then I might just add some like layers to it. So if I wanted to kind of leave that here, what I could do is then I could go in and add the thanks. So go back, find it. I could just delete these if I wanted to. And I'm just dragging these down to the little garbage can that you see. And I could say thanks. add some words.
For the, whoops, awesome haircut. And I could change this. I could add something back here. I could click done. So thanks for the awesome haircut. And then go back in and I can tag her. So then I can just type her name. Then again I could change the style just by tapping on it. And I could always move this around. Whoops. And you just have to kind of play with it. So I could kind of layer it like this if I wanted to.
And then I could click save down here. And here's what's kind of cool. This is what I usually do when I layer. Then I'll just click back right here. Just giving you a little lesson, okay? Just giving you a little lesson. And then I've got this particular picture right here that I can add. And then what I'd do once that's uploaded is I'd go back in and then add this one. And so it kind of creates like a layer. And again, I'll do this a lot for videos. So when I'm promoting, let's say I'm promoting like my YouTube videos, let me go out of here and I'll go back to my story archive. I'm going to click story archive and let me show you how I kind of do this. Okay, so right here you can see where I uploaded this video, and I'm just going to hold on to it for just a second so it doesn't move. But you can see kind of, I'll put the thumbnail to the YouTube video, I'll say new on YouTube, then I'll add like my handle, you know, at Sherri Brown Coaching. And then on the next one, I'll add like an arrow. And that way, because each of these clips are like 4 seconds, so it kind of creates layers and gives people time to actually read them, okay? So that is just a little extra way that how I do stories sometimes, that feel free to take it, use it yourself. But another thing that I wanted to kind of share too and show you in case you don't already know this, is down here at the bottom where it shows, let me click back so I'll have a little bit more time, where it shows the amount of people. If you click that, it's going to actually bring up all of the people who viewed it, so you can actually see all the people who have viewed your story, okay? So this is great too. I know, check out that video, that's from last week. But this is really cool too, especially if you are in business and you are, growing your audience and you've got something that you really think can help people. When you look at people, like, you'll start noticing like certain people who are constantly viewing your story. Those are great people to reach out to, strike up a conversation. I'm not saying strike them up to like pitch them or anything, but just strike up a conversation and kind of chat with them and start building up that relationship. Now, the last thing that I want to show you, this is a new update too, and you have to do it. The only way that you can get this right now that I'm showing from my actual phone, being able to add it to stories, is if I want to just do a plain text, then I'll just go to add story right here. I'll just click this and I can start typing. So this is where you go to add just plain text, okay? And right here, if I click this, this is where I can change the color of the background. I can have it, be whatever I want. And then right here, you can change it like this too. And it just changes the background. When you click done, it adds it right here. The only thing is with this, you would just have to kind of save this because you can't layer over it. But I do like, if you just had like little one-liners or something that you wanted to put up in your stories, that's where you would do it. I, so far, cannot access that when I'm doing it, like when I'm going to my already previously done stories and I'm adding it from there. I'm not able in any way to get that plain text on there. So that's the only way that I can access it, is by going right here, okay? So yeah, there you have it. So I showed you how to turn on your story archives. I've told you how you can add different filters to pictures you take. We talked about how to do like just the plain text, how you can pinch and zoom, and you can add like multiple pictures to one, how you can tag people, you can add music, you can do boomerangs now in stories, you can see who's viewed your stories. and add different like filters and side effects. So hope you got some value from this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I'll also, not only in the cards above, but below this video, I'll also link to some other tutorials and videos that I know that you're gonna find helpful. If there's something that you don't see, just drop it in the comments and let me know like what you want me to do a video on. I'll be happy to do it. But with that being said, I hope you have the most amazing day, and I'll see you back here later on for another video. Bye for now.